Well, the early days of Huston-Tillotson University are captured in the current exhibit To Elevate. Alan Garcia, an exhibit assistant at the Oakwood Chapel and George Washington Carver Museum, joins us this morning to talk about it. Morning, Alan.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being with us. Just tell us a little bit about the exhibit, first off.
Yeah, so To Elevate is a digital story map exhibit celebrating the legacy of Huston-Tillotson as told through the eyes of its leaders, faculty, and alumni. The exhibit includes 20 sections and offers a deep dive into the history of HBCUs in the state of Texas, the history of both institutions, Tillotson College and Samuel Houston College, in the 19th century, their growth in East Austin, and their eventual merger in the 1950s into the school that we know today. And with the help of the Downs Jones Library and Archive at HT and the George Washington Carver Museum, we've done months of genealogical research, archival research, and really for the first time ever compiled over 100 biographies of individuals affiliated with HT, many of whom are buried in Austin's historic cemeteries like Evergreen and Oakwood. So for the first time ever, put them together in this digital spot for people to learn about Austin's one and only HBCU.
It's such an important work because there is such a long history for Huston-Tillotson, and yet probably so many people who live in this city and the surrounding areas don't know it.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, you know, it's important to note that for folks that aren't aware, Huston-Tillotson is Austin's oldest institution of higher learning. You know, it predates the University of Texas. And as we outline in the exhibit, you know, this was the 1870s, so they encountered extreme financial difficulties. We have some great firsthand accounts from some of the early leaders about the resistance that they encountered politically, because the idea of offering higher education to the Black community at the time wasn't popular with a lot of folks, but they overcame obstacle after obstacle, and HT really made a name for itself to the point where it attracted a lot of high-profile visitors. Booker T. Washington visited the campus at the turn of the century in support of the school. And then in the 1940s, Jackie Robinson played a role in the athletics department at HT in the 1940s. So really fascinating history.
And this just scratches the surface, of course, of the exhibit, but it is available for people to check out kind of on their own. How do people do that?
So by visiting austintexas.gov/toelevate, you can view the story map. We also have a social media campaign that you can access via the story map with the hashtag HT2Me, where folks can upload videos, photos, and share stories of what the school means to them, either as current students, former students, or non-students, or just Austinites, and talk about how they enjoy the campus and what they think about the legacy of the school.
Wonderful. Alan Garcia, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.